Welcome back to the throne room. Thanks so much for that was terrible. Thanks so much for joining us. Today we got an interesting show for you.
They're all pretty interesting.
Huh? What's up? I don't know. We just recorded the sports episode, so go check that out if you're interested in sports and crazy NFL drama and whatnot. Introduce yourselves, boy. Don't do that. We got Austin. I'm Alex. We got Zach and Josh. You've seen his ugly face. Where's Duncan?
Yes,
Duncan.
where's
Wait,
Duncan?
yeah. Is he here? Ladies and gentlemen, this episode is going to be...
We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post. This episode's dedicated to everything else going on the planet. So, enjoy.
So what's going on?
So what's going on?
Okay, so...
Right now, COVID.
Yeah, if you haven't heard, there's this thing called COVID-19, and it's not doing anything. So, isn't it crazy? Like, okay, have you heard a single stat about the whole COVID-19 thing?
Not in a while.
Yes.
No. Let me finish. Holy cow, let me finish.
Go ahead.
You literally were like...
No, you literally just started talking in between a whole sentence. It wasn't finished, too. That's the funny part. So, here we go.
You can ask it now.
Yeah, thank you. Have you heard any single stat about COVID
Yes.
in one...
All right, I'm done.
He's mad.
Let's run it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the throne room. Have you heard any stat about COVID and wondered, like, wow, that was definitely factual? I don't think I've heard a single stat, and I'm like, is that really true? You know what I mean?
Well, because
What do you
people are
mean?
like in the hospital.
Have I questioned any of the stats?
Yeah. Like, what's the percentage of stats that you've heard that you question? Mine's 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
What are you confused
The way
about?
you
Getting
worded
shot.
That was a little bit weird.
So I was watching the news.
You're talking to Mike.
Yesterday,
How about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Every time.
Every time.
I'm on the show.
Every time.
Just not used to it.
Okay.
Oh.
It looks so majestic on
So I was watching the news. I think it was... So what's today? It was Wednesday. And then I was watching it
so
Thursday
ugly.
morning. They were like, oh... I think it was like there's been 68 cases or 68 deaths of COVID in Bexar County.
Oh my gosh.
And then the
Bexar.
next day they were like, oh, there's been 40 deaths.
Yeah.
No, there has not.
There's just so much conflicting information.
Nobody
So
knows
that's what I'm
what's
saying.
going
It's
on.
like hard to really
No, because like someone will
figure
get
out.
shot and killed in like
Yeah.
a gang shooting, and they're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, he had a sore throat, dude. He died of COVID.
Died of COVID.
COVID
yeah.
got
Trying
him.
to like falsify some of the
Yeah,
information.
it's like you can have
Happens to the
you
best
could
of
have
us.
asymptomatic COVID and then get eaten by a shark and they like pick up your right arm and they're like, oh my god, it tests positive for COVID. That's a COVID death. What are we doing?
First
It's
of
like
all, they're
doctors
mad
are
that
being
you were
pressured to
out
say,
on the
"Hey,
beach
it's
to get
COVID."
eaten by
Right. Because it was on the list of things that you can and can't do. You know,
Watch out for that.
which is insane.
Yo,
Have you seen all the COVID Karens?
Yes.
I saw one video
Yeah.
today. She was like, I just survived going to the grocery store. And she's like, you can see my hands? They're still shaky. I passed out in the grocery store because I could not breathe. And they wouldn't let me take my mask off. She's like, I could feel my heart pound. Like, she's like, it's like you would think she like just got done like coming out of Fallujah, like in the 2000s.
Can you imagine being
Did Mom
such
tell
a
you- did Mom tell
freaking
you the
child?
story about the lady that like she was at she was
Oh,
at Kohl's or
yes, the
whatever.
Helga lady,
Yes,
the
and this
giant
lady- this-
beast of a woman.
This big lady is walking out of the store, and my mom doesn't have the mask on
Big
yet.
and burly.
Yeah, she
and
hasn't
it's-
gotten in the store.
She's not in the store. She's in the parking lot.
Right.
And this lady is walking by her, and like they're not close. Like she said she was probably in her 70s, but they're not close at all. They're literally just doing their own thing. And this lady goes, "No mask," and my mom turns around and goes, "Were you talking to me?"
Yeah.
And the lady just keeps walking like, "Ooh, I got her." And mom's like, "Ma'am, it's not even required. First of all, in a lot
Alright.
of places. Second, I'm in the parking lot." And she kept walking like, "What are you?" People.
She's mad.
First of all, I think a lot of people are just believing every stat that they see.
Yeah, you
You know
can't
what I
do
mean?
that.
And they're scared. They don't know
Can't
what's
do
going
that.
on. And the problem is, I mean, really honestly, I think that, there's room for concern to some degree, but I think that also, I think it's been blown out of proportion a little bit. You look at things like the swine flu, for instance, and not near the reaction. Is it because we're that arrogant as a country that because it didn't touch our country that much we just didn't react? Or is
Yeah.
it, you know what I mean? Or is it just the fact that literally, like, it didn't touch us really that bad, but it was still worse, and there were a lot more people.
Completely political.
Yeah, I'm not a conspiracy theorist like hardcore, but I do
Yeah.
enjoy the entertainment of like, oh, what if?
Oh.
It's just strange. Yeah, it's okay. No, that's fine.
I'll formulate.
Yeah,
You
yeah, go
continue.
ahead.
Here he comes.
But I'm just thinking like, because that's a good point. Like, there's so many more people that die from cigarettes. There's so many more people that died for like the regular flu.
Yeah.
So many more people that die in car accidents. So many like we talked about it on the show
Yeah.
last time. 2.18 on average people a year die from vending machines. Okay, and that never gets talked about. But so it's like, but it's like you're and I'm gonna sound
have to be-
I'm gonna sound insensitive, but I'm putting the team on my back right now. Okay, we're worried about one like section of the country, and I'm not saying that I wish all old people were dead or people with like diabetes or pre-existing conditions that I wish that they were dead or that I wish they got sick. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we can't just be concerned about one group of people, like their health. We should be concerned about the majority of the world's health and just not be prejudiced to one group of people.
Yeah.
So like the idiots that try to kick a vending machine and it falls on them and they die and they have to have their parents
Cancel
be told
vending
that a
machines.
vending machine took their son away and their lineage away. We shouldn't just be so concerned about vending machine health that we, ban vending machines and take everyone's joy of little ice cream, containers. You know what I'm saying? Or soda machines. I don't know what we're doing here. What's going on? But likewise, we can't talk about the idiots that don't know how to drive and run into a wall with their new BMW. Okay, we can't be concerned about that. Otherwise, we would literally have no contact with the outside world. We wouldn't talk to anybody. We can't drive.
We can't just
everything.
live in a bubble for the rest of our lives.
No, we can't do that. We got to get back out. Plus, the economy's struggling. We got to get that thing started back up. All
Struggling
right,
is an understatement at this point.
for sure.
I think.
I
one
like
of
the
things
gas
that-
right now, though.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's true,
I think
man.
one of the things that you have to realize
That is
is at some point somebody's going to get it. At some point somebody has to get it because if they don't get it, there's not going to be you're not going to build immunities, you're not going to do any of that. And one of the problems also is a mask, I'm going to be honest with you, is typically a courtesy. If I'm wearing a mask, it is to show that I care about the people around me, that if there is a particle that just so happens that when I sneeze, it lands on you, you have less chance of that happening. If I have a virus, I'm going to be honest with you, I do not believe that a thin paper mask or a bandana is going to stop it. Have you seen what scientists use when they're studying viruses? Have you seen what they wear?
Yeah, they got a whole
It's
suit
heavy
on. Yeah.
plastic, just this insane.
Where can I get one?
Your Karen
Chernobyl,
mask is not going to save you, man.
one with
And
the hole in it.
I'm going to be honest with you. And also, this whole thing with like some of these graduations where they're like limiting the amount of time that you're out there. I'm going to be honest with you. This is not radiation, folks.
Yeah.
The longer you're out there, you're not getting more exposure. I'm sorry. If it's in the air, it's in the air. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to get it. It's just going to happen.
You got to
I'm
build.
sorry.
You got to build some
People-
immunities to it, man.
People are gonna, you're gonna lose people, and it's a sad fact of it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just how it goes. The
Yeah.
flu, people die, and
Yep.
it's not as common anymore because we've developed things. But I think that's the thing. That's what's gonna happen with this. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
have a vaccine at some point.
Oh, what's the drug that Trump was endorsing? He's like, yeah, I've been taking it for 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
So funny.
Bleach.
He's like, I hear good stories about it.
Really good
So
stories. I hear the
funny.
best stories about it.
Also, the thing where everybody's roasting.
Everybody's
him for that
saying
thing
it's the
that he
greatest
said earlier,
drug.
Where it was like, did you hear what he said the other day? Where it was like, I tested positively in the negative direction. Did you
Oh,
see that?
yeah.
And he's joking around. You can tell the man's not being serious. He's trying to lighten the mood. Meanwhile, we've got Joe Biden over here who doesn't know what year it is, let alone what race he's in. And I mean, come on.
Well, dude,
he's
dude-
in the middle of a debate and doesn't know what he's doing.
Dude literally said today, or I guess technically yesterday,
Yeah.
that
You ain't black
told-
if
yeah.
you ain't voting
yeah,
bonus.
he told a black man to his face that if he doesn't vote for him, that he's not black.
This was interview. It was a Skype interview with Charlemagne. So like, I don't know that maybe millions. A lot of people watching it.
Yeah,
People
well,
watch The Breakfast Club. People like their Charlemagne.
but it's okay, guys, because he's Democrat,
Yes.
so he cares about black people more than any other group of people.
You're right.
I know. It's just, I'm just saying.
But no, I mean, I like that they didn't like. He wasn't like, yeah, you right, Joe. It was like,
Oh, that's a really good point, Joe. I didn't think about it like that, man. Thank you.
You could hear the record scratch. He was like,
Whoa.
"Oh, dog, you said that."
That came out of your mouth, man. That was in your head, and you said it out loud. Really, that's what we're talking about now.
Let me give my 2 cents on the COVID thing real quick.
Go ahead.
I think so. Put yourself in the situation.
He had to share his opinion
Yeah.
because he felt left out. We were just taking the show. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't even want to tell this story now.
Go ahead.
You're an old man in like a high seat of power in politics, and suddenly there is a disease that doesn't care what country it is just like steamrolling its way through, only killing old people, and you have the power to shut down everything to stop it. I think our old politicians are gonna be like, yeah, I don't care what happens. I don't care what happens to the economy or whatever. I'm just not getting this COVID thing.
Well, yeah, except
and that's what they did.
the worst, like, way that this is being handled is in California, and their governor's not an old dude.
Is he not?
Well, Well, Michigan's bad too. Michigan was really bad.
Michigan's
they
bad.
shut down everything. Like
Yeah.
you couldn't leave your house. It was bad. It was bad. You couldn't even go to the store.
Well, you know how like the West
It was,
Coast and
like,
East Coast had
grill
like
you.
2 different versions?
Yeah, they did.
And so like trying to combat one that's on the other side, and they're
Yeah.
like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And I mean, I think that
He
to
on
a
X
degree
Games
at
mode.
first it made sense because I think that there was a massive influx of just crazy amounts of people.
Well, they're projecting that it was going to
Especially-
be terrible.
especially in
You said
New
we're all gonna be
York.
dead by now.
Yeah.
I think New York was bad. I think New York, they really did need to like kind of shut some things down. But I don't think you can treat every single state like that. You
It was
know what I
kind of
mean? Like,
funny watching
Texas
the governor.
hasn't been that bad. Most states have really not been that bad,
They-
especially in deaths.
They were saying that like 80% of the country was going to get it,
Yeah.
and that like 40% were going to die. And it's like once
crazy.
we realize that that's not going to happen, let's ease up, guys. Okay, let's worry about
Well-
other things that kill way more people.
Yeah,
You know,
like cigarettes.
like cigarettes. Yeah, imagine if there was a war on cigarettes.
Can't attack big tobacco. No.
No, imagine-
Heaven forbid.
Yeah, heaven forbid, right? But I mean,
Heaven
whatever.
forbid you go after the
Cigarettes,
money
damn.
makers.
Yeah, I mean that kills way more people, causes way more
At that
you know,
rate, why
cancers.
Don't we have another, what was the
Prohibition.
period? Prohibition. There it is. Thank you.
Right.
Because they're just gonna do it illegally. They'll just make.
There's just-
I agree, but the same fact is.
I'm
true
just gonna
of if
make
you had
moonshine
tobacco.
in my bathtub.
All I'm saying is, I mean, if you're gonna follow along
need
that train of
glass?
thought, you might as well.
it's just a problem. Like this is the strangest.
This is the hill we want to.
This is the weirdest time in our lifetime because no other time in this country in our lifetime that we've been alive in it. Well, no, it's like the only time in this country since we've been living in it where we just let people tell us what to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we told them to like stop
Don't-
letting us go to church.
Yeah, and it's like, wait, we can go to the grocery store, we can go to a park, like,
Right.
but we can't go to church.
But yeah, like literally, like
Deep.
because
That's
my dad
nuts.
thinks it's because they don't want to lose their tax exemption, like the big churches. But there's like no uproar about like, can I go back to church if I can go in a grocery store?
It's just
With-
strange. Why are we letting these people tell us that we can't go to church?
Yeah.
The
Well, because
biggest
I think that a lot of churches are like, then I mean you're darned if you do something like that. You know what I mean? So like if you just start throwing people back into church, you know, you had those big gatherings in like Florida and stuff.
Well, they arrested
and were
the
getting
dude. They arrested
attacked,
that
you know what I'm
pastor,
saying?
yeah.
So I think that you kind of have to be like a little bit of like, you gotta calm down. You know what I mean? Just because in their, I mean, at least in their standard, because then you just look like the enemy. Especially the way that the media has painted anyone who contradicts anything about the way that this virus is actually going. You know what I'm saying?
anything anti-quarantine gets taken off of Twitter
Yeah.
and YouTube.
Yeah.
Anything.
Wait, we're on YouTube.
Oh shoot.
No, I mean, I it's just concerning that, and I get it. Like, you know, be precautious, take care of your own self-care. But there's not like a lot of information going around about like, you know, what good things we can do. It's all negative. It's all how like
Right.
every single hospital is flooded with hundreds of patients, and that turned out to be false. And then we came out that like, you know, they're falsifying COVID deaths. You know,
I think I
It's
think
like
that this is a
doctors are being
tactic.
pressured to say, "Hey, they died of COVID."
Yeah.
and getting pressured to come home and make Twitter videos with like the imprints of the masks on their nose and crying. It's
Tell
like,
us how bad your day was.
oh,
Tell me how bad it was.
I think this is a tactic.
I'm sorry.
to
If
scare
you're
people.
crying on
you
Twitter,
had to do your job.
Oh, not only that, I'm sorry that you have a little imprint of your mask on your nose. Can you grow up? I mean,
Isn't that their job anyways?
It's their
You
job.
know what I mean? A lot of times
they have to wear a
masks
mask
anyways
regardless,
and everything
right?
like that.
You know,
You signed up for the this is what you wanted to
Didn't
do.
you go through like 10 years of?
There was some nurse that was like, you know,
schooling and-
I did it to
I
take
didn't sign up
pictures.
for this.
Yeah.
well,
Actually, you did.
that's exactly like if you came to us and we're talking about, man, I just got off of a crazy shift.
They made me put out a fire.
No. This smoke alarm thing was going off. We just got 3 calls about smoke alarms,
exactly.
and I'm covered in sweat because I have to go full suit. I'm full geared up, and it's like, you're complaining about being sweaty when you're in full gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since middle school, you only talked about wanting to wear full gear and just going out and being a fireman. So really, you can't complain. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
No.
You know, it's the most menial task. Oh, taking
man.
someone's temperature.
Or like, oh man, I really just had to communicate with somebody the other day, and it was just too
It's
hard.
so
because
hard.
in my major.
Yeah.
yeah.
So hard.
Politicians still working, but I have to stop working, and they don't take a pay cut at all.
No pay
It's not
cut.
about my health.
It's not about your health. No. It's fire. It's fire facts.
never know.
Fire flames. We need to be questioning things
You
about
never know.
how we're letting people, control what we can and can't do.
That is true.
Especially people that we elected. Like, we can't forget that we put these people in power.
We were there. We're
And we
to
can
control
put
them,
someone
not
else
opposite.
in.
Not
Yeah.
me, not mine.
That's the point. I mean,
No,
if the
I didn't
founding
vote
fathers
for him.
came back today, they'd be like, guys, wake up.
Do they have COVID? Is that
Yes,
what
they would have COVID because they'd be 1,005 years old.
That's true.
Yeah, they wouldn't. But
Okay.
it's hyperbole, Austin. Okay,
It's hypothetical. They're not really gonna come back.
they're not really gonna come back. Oh wow, that's something.
They got that at Olive Garden, right?
That's a word. They got that at Olive Garden.
Can we open a restaurant and name one of them?
Onomatopoeia.
Go ahead, man.
Yeah, you want to? We're getting around to onomatopoeias for the table.
What do you want with that? Do you want the? Do you want the?
Onomatopoeia.
Do you want a simile with that? Do you want the simile
Some
on the
cinnamon,
side or on
some
top?
cinnamon on your simile.
Here's a question.
Okay, go ahead.
When's the most
Maybe an
like
answer.
You're funny, dude.
everybody except Josh? What's the most cracked out we've been ever together?
Ever?
Thinking about the time that we were both like engulfed in the stuffed animals upstairs, and we were just like cracked out in the middle of the day. Like it was 2 p.m. 2 p.m.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was
The
strange.
one time that you went and grabbed one of the beds that we had upstairs, you just threw it into
Just
the
came into the
doorway,
room.
and you were
Listen,
sleeping
I'm
in
not
like a
gonna
taco.
sleep. Yeah, we had a lot of people over that night. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
know, it
can't,
was
dude.
funny
I
when-
can't
I
even
remember
narrow down
Hawaii.
The one-
I was in here looking at
When you were
TikTok.
cracked out in the
I was
back
like,
seat in Hawaii, I still have videos of that.
Yeah, and then the one time that I got that picture of you, and you're just laying in bed and you're just like staring off into the distance, just dying laughing.
Yo.
Do you remember that?
Do you
There's
still
that.
have that Snapchat from the other day?
Oh, that was one of the worst ones with us. That was so bad. We were just running around, just screaming.
Y'all
for, like,
sent
30
me.
minutes.
Y'all sent me
Yeah,
that.
you probably got several.
I got
just
so
random,
many.
Really stupid.
The one where us three were in HEB last time I was down here.
Oh, that was bad.
We had mask and well, I'm not gonna say that, but freaking no, I'm not. Never mind.
That was bad. Do you remember? We were just laughing the whole time, and everyone was just staring
You
at us.
dropped the blueberries.
Oh yeah. Okay, yes, I do remember that now.
Crackhead energy! Oh my god!
Have you seen all those
Dabbed
things
one
that are
time.
coming out on TikTok now, where it's like it's white girls in their private
Yeah.
stories saying, "Oh my gosh, I'm a
Crackhead! Jumps on a couch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like kicks a wall.
The one where she throws a watermelon in the lake.
Yeah.
Have you seen the one of the guy where he's like, it's this girl? She's like, oh, what if you like wrote
What- yeah, what if
on
you
the
wrote
window or
fart?
something? And she like does it, and he's like,
Cross
I did
it out,
I
you
found the
can't do
funniest
that.
people. And she wipes it away, and then it just zooms in on him, and a tear just falls down his face.
Yeah, I saw that last night.
Iconic.
That
Shout out
was
to that
great.
guy. He's making moves.
Shout out to the dude in the streets, baller.
Yeah, we've had a lot of crackhead energy.
Guys, FNX Fit is the greatest clothing brand / supplement brand / fitness brand on the planet, and I can personally say that because I'm wearing a shirt. Okay, so you know what it means. You feel that? Feel how soft that is.
Ooh.
Feel how soft it is. It's got it's got like a you know what I mean. Oh, it's maybe down
Do
here.
they
You
make
know,
like
that's-
is that like a dry fit kind of thing, or
It's
do they
cotton.
make
I think it's
another one?
cotton. It might have a little polyester.
Why don't you
in
inspect
there.
the tag, Austin?
Yeah,
Inspect
inspect my tag. If I didn't already rip it off.
Well, I
It
mean,
feels
I
like it's woven from the finest Egyptian silk.
Don't be afraid to kiss me
polyester
either.
Cotton, 40% cotton.
You might as well kiss me while you're over here.
50%. No, 60%. Yeah.
Yo,
60%
it says
polyester.
60% polyester. So they got all sorts of stuff.
100% comfy.
Pre-workout protein.
If you're
They got
allergic to cotton,
testosterone boosters. They got women's gummies. They got men's
ad
daily
somebody
vitamins.
we-
They got creatine, BCAAs. They got all sorts of stuff. It's really good stuff. Use the code THRONE, THRONE, to get 15% off site-wide. So if you wanted to get like a shaker bottle, protein, and like, a toe from FNX Fit, you could get 15% off all that.
How many
using-
toes do they have?
They got like a couple, I
Do they
don't
have
know.
big
But you
toes?
have to ask for them in the back.
Yeah, do they have big toes?
It's at the bottom of the page.
It's on the secret menu.
You gotta scroll.
We won't talk about it.
No? Okay.
No, we're not going to talk about it.
Do you have a picture of the secret menu on your phone?
I have it because yeah.
Please don't talk.
I have it, but I can't disclose that information right now.
I got you a new one.
Yeah, I need some of those. We have another sponsor that's coming shortly, and we'll get into that.
Big moves. We hinted at it in the sports episode.
Hinted at it at the sports
so go watch
episode.
the sports
Go
It's
check
like-
out the sports
It's like
episode.
Thanos looming over the horizon.
Yeah. Well, it's
Except
something
it's a
else.
bottle.
Are
Yeah.
you calling this? Are you calling this other sponsor Thanos?
Yes, this is
If
sponsor.
Karen
Endgame.
thought freaking Corona was bad, I think that's it for the shameless plugs. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? The cheap plugs for ourselves and our own stuff going on. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You're soft.
whipping in the dining
I
room.
shaved yesterday, so.
Wax
Oh.
today.
And it takes me about 6 years to grow anything back, so.
Well, I wonder when my armpits are gonna grow back.
Never. Your armpits. Not the hair, just the armpits.
On your next
Yeah.
on your next birthday, you can.
On my
Really?
next birthday.
Just all the dots.
All the bumps, yeah.
It feels
Ugh.
so smooth.
So soft.
It's so smooth.
That's
It's so
weird.
soft.
If I had that phobia of holes,
I
I'd be
know.
like freaking
I
out
know.
now.
It's kind of strange.
Well,
It's
touch
very
my leg.
strange. Oh my god, crackhead energy. I would feel like if I itched it, it would feel
I
gross.
hate that she ran it so close to like where the short line, you know what it like
Oh.
where the shorts would end.
Yes, yeah.
Mine's so
Like,
symmetrical.
Mine's almost to the knee.
Bro, it
I
feels
swear.
so
Okay, not as
smooth
far as I
though.
thought.
We got waxed,
Yeah,
ladies and
right.
10
gentlemen.
out of 10 recommend getting.
10 out of 10 getting
Getting a small
It's
patch
not as
on your leg
painful- It's not
waxed.
as painful
Yeah.
as they made it
Patch.
sound.
No,
so
Even
you
if
can
it's
rub
not, it's
it.
gonna hurt really bad.
They like there's something in the female community where they make guys feel like crap for not feeling like pain, whether it's like period cramps, whether it's getting waxed, whether it's birthing pains. And I'm like, okay, one, period cramps maybe hurt more than having a headache or something.
You ever
I don't
been
know.
Kicked in the nuts.
Yeah, have you ever been kicked in the nuts? And then they're like, oh, you're a man, you don't know, check your privilege. And I'm like, eat my shorts, okay? Half of the girls, which are sold out. They need to. I want some shorts.
Wait, shorts?
Yeah,
They got some.
These dudes are
they got
crushing it,
some
bro.
icy windbreakers.
Yeah, I want that.
But they're
windbreaker,
sold out.
too. FNX Fit.
Dude, I
Yo,
wanted
I
a
gotta go
windbreaker.
give me some.
I was
Use the code
I was
Throne.
ordering
Use
one,
the code Throne.
Really?
and I
15%. No, just
sold out, and I was like,
Throne?
THRONE.
I love windbreakers, dude.
Alright, I'll have to look up.
THRONE.
You said that like 3 times.
THRONE. Listen, but half of these girls that say you don't even know what it's like to give birth, neither do you. Okay. I read a book. You're 12. You're 12.
Yeah,
You don't know what birthing pains feel like, and you don't know what getting hit in the nuts feel
I don't know
like.
why I'm having an argument with a 4.5-year-old, but you are 4.
That's what I'm saying. She got mad when I was like, technically, I'm close to. I'm closer to feeling the pain of having a baby than you are because I've gotten hit in the balls so hard.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
very-
No,
I didn't
will
hit
not-
you in the balls.
Now I will say I'm not going to compare me getting hit in the nuts to birthing pains.
I don't know.
No, and I'm not.
I
But
don't know.
I'm saying.
I don't think it's even remotely something.
don't they
I'm
like?
gonna
Can't
say.
they give
I
you
will
like
say-
anesthesia for that? No, some good women.
Yes, but it's still so
yeah, what's it?
painful.
Yeah, it's-
It goes
More.
straight through
Give me
the
more.
kidney. It's an
Yeah.
epidural.
More.
I mean,
You
yes,
can't be
a lot
getting-
of the girls
Epidural,
that
that's
say
what it's
that,
called,
like,
that's another thing.
Have you had a baby though?
Right. Have you had a baby? They're like, no. So you don't know what it feels like
So
either.
calm down.
I mean,
So quit
it
trying to roast me
seems
right
like
now.
a simple point to make. You know.
Just a guy being a dude.
Now, if it's like a mom of 4 kids and she's saying that, I'm like, respectable.
Yeah,
Out
respect.
here in the streets, you've been out here, definitely.
Respect. Game respects game.
You know, man.
I'll give you
Dab up
five.
Karen.
I'll give you $5. We go to the mall sometime, and I just point out a woman with like 5 kids and go dab her up. So game respect
And
game.
just go
Game respect,
respects
hey,
game.
man.
She's like,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
if she just goes with it? She's just like,
Yeah,
she's
yeah, you know what's up? she's like, yeah.
No, you're walking up, and she's like, "I'ma get mine."
I'm gonna get mine.
Her little like
Dude.
Timmy in the corners like.
On the monkey, dude. You know those like backpack leashes that they put the kids on?
Dude, that's gotta be the funniest thing on the world. I'm trying to
He's
imagine.
He's like,
I'm trying to like. I wish I would have seen him do that. Let's just say his name is Stefan.
Stefan.
Okay, Stefan.
Stefan, yeah.
Shamangelo.
Shamangelo. Yeah. Yeah. Him. Okay, first of all, this
Sorry
dude's
if your name is Shimon.
so Shamangelo looks. He's built like an ice cream cone. Okay, he has the skinniest legs, and he was
What did they
he
call
was
Patrick? The
he was a
double
tackle.
Strawberry Scoop Supreme.
He was a tackle, okay? And he was one of our offensive tackles. And white boy, okay? He thought he was like, straight out of Compton, all right? This dude's wearing like receiver gloves as a tackle, and we're about to do, we're about to do like some sort of tackling drill. Like it's the first day in pads or something.
I can see him doing it right
Of
now.
course, he's out here like,
I can.
bro, I'm about to get mine.
No, but you can hear the
Yeah. Go ahead,
the
Josh.
gloves.
This is your story. I
The
don't know why
original
I'm telling you.
Yeah, so I'm behind it. So Tim up next to go. Like it's the first like set of people going, and then I'm behind him. He's just sitting there. I'm about to get mine, rubbing his gloves together. I'm like, what? I was just like,
Yo, we used to make fun of.
I didn't know who he was. I was like, who is this for?
Yeah, what are you doing?
And
Who's watching you right now? This is nobody's in the stands.
I wish I like remember if he won or lost it because I can't for the life of me I can't remember.
Say
I wish
one
he would have
again.
been like,
What?
Say one again.
I
One?
made
Juan?
fun of
One.
Juan?
the other night with that.
Wolves.
Juan.
You remember
Why are you
wolves?
saying? Why are you saying it like that?
Why am I saying one? One
I'm
like
saying,
what?
what's weird?
Hana
I'm not saying what's weird.
Hana Mia Hana Pia.
Fill in
the rest of the time.
What's up? What?
What was the safety word in the movie? Because like
In
What movie?
Hot Rod.
I'm saying what weird.
Oh,
What was the safety word?
Cool whip.
I gotta look this
Oh,
up.
pineapple, wasn't it?
No. Because it was like I'm saying what weird. Like he said the safety word weird. So
So did it start with a W then?
I think so.
Screwdriver.
The
maybe.
safety word was screwdriver.
Safe word is whiskey.
Whiskey. Whiskey, and they're like,
Whiskey.
Uh,
Why are you saying whiskey?
That's a
I'm saying
classic
weird.
movie. It's a classic movie.
You ever
It really
like
is.
find someone that's never seen like these like
iconic.
iconic movies?
Yeah,
That's
all
that's,
the time.
that's my
Ooh,
girlfriend.
My trainer. I was like, dude, have you seen Hot Rod? He's like, no. I was like, well, this is not gonna make any sense then. I'm still gonna tell you anyway.
Yeah.
Like there's people out there that haven't seen like Star Wars or something like that.
Yeah.
That's Alex, man. She hasn't seen any of the she hasn't seen any of the greatest movies on the planet.
Really.
Star Wars, like
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings, Braveheart, Saving Private Ryan.
Wow.
I mean,
Okay, Braveheart and Saving Private Ryan, I'm like, okay, I could understand that. You know what I mean? Like for some people, because it's like some people are kind of squeamish with anything.
mean,
yeah,
yeah, but at least they know they've heard of the movie. Like they
hadn't
know it
even heard of it?
exists. No, she didn't know what it was. There's just a lot of movies where it's like, you haven't seen that?
Yo.
Mel Gibson's not
Sandlot.
really around these days.
Giants.
Yeah.
Prince of Egypt.
Fireproof.
Stop.
Fireproof.
What's
You haven't seen Fire. You haven't
Is that
seen
the cop? Is that the
Courageous.
cop one? What is the one where
Courageous was the
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 yeah.
Snake King?
The Snake
The
Snake
Snake
King.
King.
That was actually funny.
Remember in middle school? It was
That
called,
was
I
funny.
think it was called Flywheel.
Yes.
I
Oh,
will.
my God,
I remember
Wow.
Oh, what's his name? Coach.
Wow.
Our
Yeah.
middle school coach. Football coach.
Don't remember what the movie was
Di-
about.
oh,
Just-
know who you're
I
talking
mean,
about.
yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we watched it in his class.
I can't remember.
And then I remember we watched. We were supposed to watch Left Behind, but somebody's parents were like, "No, my child can't watch that or something."
It had Nick Cage in it, right?
Do you
My
remember in
God.
sixth
It's on
grade when
Netflix
that
now.
dude came for chapel?
Who?
In sixth grade, that dude came for chapel and he talked about pornography the whole
Oh
time.
yeah.
Hold on, no.
Yeah.
Didn't he say it weird? He was like, pornography.
No,
Well,
he just said it.
They did something like that
He
when I
just
was
had
there
a
in the
whole
gym.
speech, and it was so. That was more like an intervention.
Every
This
guy
dude
in the
literally
room.
had a whole speech.
Yeah,
And that was the
it-
whole chapel. So many parents complained. There were several kids that hadn't even had to talk yet.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
In sixth grade, and they come into the locker room and they're like, "Yo, what was that all about?" And we're just
Dude,
sitting there like,
that's so gross. Where do I find it?
"Yeah."
Gross. Where that thing from
I
Sunny.
can't believe they
Meanwhile,
do
you've got
that.
some
I
of
don't-
those- You know, you've got some of those kids that have had a porn addiction since like age 8.
Bro,
or
but you
something.
know, every guy in that room is like, porn? Ew.
Oh, dude.
Oh
Oh.
my goodness.
Oh.
Dude, disgusting, man. The
Porn's
people
bad,
next
though.
to me.
I genuinely feel bad for the people who like had no idea what was going
Yeah,
on.
that was bad. They're just sitting there the whole time, like,
Yeah,
Porn's
and then
very bad though. Let's make that clear.
You
Porn's very bad.
you go back home. No, you as a parent, you come home and your kid's like, "I'm gonna watch porn. They told us about it in chapel."
Yeah, wait,
Like-
what is this? But see,
They
that's the
told you about
problem.
it where?
That's the problem. See, if you're not educated in this stuff, you're gonna look it up, and then it's like, then you can,
That's so gross. I need to find it.
yeah, you can get into this. Yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, but the one,
Friends.
huh?
One of the examples he used was Friends.
What was
Like
it?
he was talking about
The
porn.
show
The most
Friends?
And he was talking
obscure.
about how the show Friends has so many like it just
Innuendos?
it's giving like an idea of like a lot of this stuff just being okay. Like these
Oh,
like,
yeah, I know
loose
what you mean.
relationship
Like, every-
kind of thing, where it's
Yeah.
like essentially that's what he was trying to say. I'm not saying that he was saying that Friends is porn, but that's essentially what he was
What are you
saying.
looking at?
Is
The
that there's
time.
like relationships where they're just dating each other and then
Oh,
having
now I
sex
do
with
remember
each other
that.
is like not, you know what I mean? And so, anyways, so essentially that's kind of what he was.
What was the intervention one that I remember in the gym?
I can't remember, but
But I remember
Was there something
it was
that
just all
caused
that.
Taylor has a story of, I'm not gonna say who it was, but this
Sure.
man tells a story, right? And he's telling a story about something pretty just normal, basic,
porn
and
is-
all of a sudden he breaks down.
Guys.
crying, and he goes,
I
he
remember
goes,
this
guys,
story.
he goes, guys, porn is bad. And the whole class is just, where did that come from? Like, none of us are arguing with you, but where did that come from? Because the story was, like, about, like, I don't know, like a sport. Or
Did anyone
something.
break?
Oh
or
my god.
Everybody was trying so hard not to laugh because it's just like so out of nowhere.
Well, that was exactly like when our offensive coordinator came and spoke at chapel, and he was praying right towards the end of he was praying, and this guy's asleep, but we sat
we're
together.
in the middle of 2 days.
Yeah. And so this guy goes, he goes,
Hours
Father, in the name of Jesus, Abba, Father, Daddy,
Yes,
Poppy,
yep.
Poppy, and Austin immediately wake up and looks over and makes eye contact with me, and I was like,
And I'm like in the middle. I'm sitting in the middle of the
everyone's
square,
just everyone's just looking around. They said, did he just call Jesus Poppy?
like. And
What's going on?
I mean, I get, I get it.
I get Abba, Father.
But I'm sitting there. I'm kind of like, right.
As soon as Daddy came out of his mouth, I was like, and then Poppy, I was like, okay, I'm out. I can't. If there was any chance of me taking this prayer seriously, it's out the window now.
It was bad.
Any chances of
We
me
had
taking
something
this?
like it was like this guy was like, we're gonna talk about a serious topic, and no one knew what the topic was about, but it's a whole auditorium full of people, and he just starts it off, 21, and all the class just in this auditorium just whoops.
Yeah.
And he goes, and he's faintly underneath all of you here, veterans kill themselves a day, and then he's like looking at everyone like because everyone that was in the class of 21 in this auditorium was just going hog wild, and then
My
nothing because someone was like, oh.
That's so unfortunate.
And like you can like hear he like tries to roll with it, but like every
He's
time
so
he'll pause,
confused.
you can hear a little.
He's so,
It was so bad.
he's so confused.
That's
Imagine
so
you're not.
unfortunate.
You
He
don't know
literally.
what's going
It could have
on.
been solved if they just like
we had
21 veterans kill themselves a day. Like that was the name of it, but it was like
Yeah,
a surprise.
Yeah. Also, you've definitely heard about him talking about like the kids used to like, rub his leg hair. Yeah, that's what's going on there. Have you heard that story?
I think that has to because
He was
he
saying-
was on a mission trip, right, or something. Or it was like kids in Africa.
Really? Would you do it?
I don't really care what it was.
wanna-
If kids are touching your
join in?
legs, like.
But no, like
Yeah.
you know the
Okay.
Justin Wren, the Fight for the Forgotten.
Fight for the
dude? Yeah, he
Forgotten.
told the same story because they were like white guy with hair.
Yeah.
But it's just creepy because it's from Joe Biden.
But it's also in a
Joe
pool.
Biden's.
and he's the guy that you see videos of
Yeah.
girls
he's like,
visibly uncomfortable with him touching them.
Well, clearly, I mean, I would be.
You know the painting of Clinton got sold, right?
Forgetting which side his wife is on.
Oh, yeah.
This is my wife. This is his sister.
Yeah.
Speech.
Well-
It's like, he can't even say what was it like. He couldn't even say 7 years ago.
It
or
was
whatever.
the
He-
Emancipation
He
Proclamation.
had a, what was it? A speech impediment, right? And he got over it. But
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure he did.
I don't know, but I don't even know if that's
Seen this
true.
cracked out during the Obama administration.
He
He was still a meme back then, I thought.
I mean,
it
that's
was
true,
wild.
but
It was a while
he just
ago.
didn't seem like he couldn't even get a sentence out of it.
You know, Epstein's like Bill Clinton painting allegedly got sold.
Who?
Someone
Epstein.
bought it. You know
Joe
what I'm talking
Biden.
about? The one where Bill Clinton's like in the blue dress.
in Monica's dress.
Yeah, that portrait apparently got sold.
That's
Probably
hilarious.
Bill.
Yeah.
Or no, it's to Hillary. She has it in her
She's like, I
office.
want this.
Dave Portnoy has it.
I could see,
He's like,
yeah.
guess who won the auction?
Me. Yeah.
If I had stupid money, I would buy something like that. Like,
I would, dude.
painting a Bill Clinton in a dress.
That thing
Yeah.
only is gonna like get more value. You know, it's not
Yeah.
gonna depreciate at all.
No, the Wikipedia page for the extreme goldfish. You remember I showed you that?
Yes. Are you allowed to say that? Wait.
I don't know if that's like a hack thing or not, but no, it was like for some reason on the goldfish like Wikipedia for the characters and the commercials,
Right.
the extreme one, it basically just says that he's like racist, like he hates minorities. That's like the fun fact is like he loves sports and playing pranks on minorities.
Yeah.
And it's like
Wait, what? Are we still?
must have had-
Are we still?
Yeah.
Are we still talking about
Bro, this
goldfish?
gotta be funny, bro.
Is this still
It was like
goldfish?
Twitter.
We still talking about goldfish?
At one point, like if you put like stupid.com in or something, it like sent you to Kanye West's like. Do you remember that? You could like type something and it would send it to
I
his
know-
biography or something.
I have this page. If you type Kanye is, this page is like it's like run by some algorithm. It'll automatically retweet it, and the page is called Kanye is, and it just keeps you up to date on what Kanye is doing.
Well, recently, if you Google a bunch of like random letters and numbers, it'll take you to a page, and Trump did this. It'll take you to a page of Joe Biden, and it's like, are you just as lost as Joe Biden? Vote Trump 2020. and it's a picture. It's a picture of like Joe Biden. But if you just type in a bunch of random words and I don't know if it's still there. When this is going to be released, but yes, see if it works out. I don't know if it's random letters and numbers. It'll take you to a page like .com maybe. I don't know. It'll take you to a page. It didn't do it.
Many numbers?
Maybe, I don't know. I just saw it on the internet somewhere that if you just type in a bunch of random stuff, it'll take you to something that says, "Are you just as lost as Joe Biden? Vote Trump 2020."
There was one for the University of Alabama, but I can't say what the URL is because it's like too much bad words.
Yeah.
Too much bad words.
Too many bad.
Too many.
Too many naughty
Too much
words.
bad words.
Did it work? It didn't work. You didn't take it. They probably
He's
took
not
it
as
down.
lost as Joe Biden.
He's not as lost as
That's
Joe
good.
Biden.
Good for you.
You're out
I'm
here
very happy
in
about
the
his
streets.
voice.
Yeah, that's a
At
problem.
least I can put some words to
That
it.
dude
Oh,
is
it
a
was
problem.
one nation, indivisible under the thing.
You know the thing.
You know
You
Yeah.
know the
thing.
thing and how it goes.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
We're planning on
That-
rehiring
to be 7-Eleven.
7
To
million women into the workforce.
You can get a slushie.
We hold these truths to be 7-Eleven. That old man was created with by creator. You know the thing. You
Don't
know
don't
the
touch
thing.
the hot dogs. They're for display only.
Yeah, dude, he's something else, man. You see him almost get into the fight with that like construction worker.
What?
Yeah, he was talking to this construction. I guess he showed up at this construction
And then we'd
site,
probably get rocked.
and this construction worker was talking to him about the Second Amendment, and Joe Biden was getting very, very upset
Yes,
at this
I did
guy.
see this.
And the construction worker, I mean, both of them were acting like little kids. But the construction worker was bringing up really good points, and he was still keeping it civil. He was very self-controlled. And Joe Biden's getting in this dude's face. It's like that's not the way that you win.
Is this the push-up one?
No.
Oh, no, it was at a rally. No, there was some fat dude talking back to him at a rally. He was like, "You want to come up here and do some push-ups, Tubby? We'll see who can do more push-ups."
Oh,
he was
got
like,
him.
he was like, "Joe, what does that have to do with anything?"
Yeah.
They just, yeah, then
Joe, what does that have to do with me voting for
You
you?
know the thing and how it goes.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the thing.
if I can do more push-ups than Donald, I can be president.
Well, do you remember this
up
was
on.
before any sort of election stuff was going on, but him and Joe Biden like had a beef where they were talking about like having a fight. And and Trump was like, "Yeah, screw Thor Bjornsson and Eddie Hall.
Yeah, here's the card.
Screw
Main
screw
event.
screw Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. I want to see Trump and Biden duke it out. Like actually fight."
Fisticuffs.
Yeah.
I don't want to see a boxing match.
No,
I want to see
dude.
Cage.
No,
wanna see
here's the
MMA.
card. Here's the card. Here's the card. Here's the card. Ready? Okay, opener, Thor and Eddie. Okay,
Oh,
the
yeah.
people pleaser. Okay, Okay, then we got the welterweights in this competition. Okay, we got the middle card. Okay,
Right.
we got Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield. That one's for charity. All right, that one's just to kind of ease you into this next one. Then the main event.
going towards
Trump and Biden.
The massive debt in this country.
Dude, the freaking card. I would pay any amount of money to see that.
I would pay $200 to see that fight.
I don't know if Dana White has to put that on, and they go to Epstein Island to do it.
Yo.
They go to Epstein Island,
Straight up, it's UFC.
and Joe Biden
The Mortal
can get
Kombat tournament,
Yes.
that's the opener.
Boxing, but that one's UFC.
That one's UFC. Grapple, takedown, just fight to the death.
Just beat the tar out of each other.
I mean, we're talking. I was thinking of Django Unchained.
I watched it the other day and I was
I feel like
That happened.
You were like, you just said it. Like all of us kind of paused, but you just kept going.
Well, that's
why Alex is here. Shout out to Alex.
Shout out to my girlfriend, Commander in Chief of Editing Operations. How many toothpicks am I gonna shred?
What about KSI and Logan Paul fighting again?
I would.
Are they fighting again?
No, they're not.
I don't know.
I think
I doubt
this
it.
one's, it's
I'm
Jake.
done. I'm done.
Jake
with
and-
it.
Oh yeah, Jake and little
are
KSI.
fighting. Jake and KSI are fighting.
That's like if Mayweather and Pacquiao fought again. I'm like, we've
know
been
why you
over
like-
this.
You know,
I don't like Jake.
McGregor,
sweetie. He's a
McGregor and
sweetie.
Pacquiao are talking about
I don't know why you
fighting.
like Logan.
Yeah.
Because
They're
Logan's
both
For some
idiots.
reason.
He might
I
be
don't
an idiot,
know.
but he's funny.
He's not a bandwagon. He's been
I've
been watching his stuff.
He's
for
been
a
a
long
Maverick
fan
since day one.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
he's
Maverick,
he's
but
been he's been a Jake Pauler.
No, I've been
Jake
no.
Paul.
He's a
yeah.
Jake Pauler.
Jake
Oh my
Pauler,
God,
okay.
Logan.
You heard it here first.
If you were
Austin
gonna-
Hotchkiss is a Maverick.
He has a good podcast though.
Yeah,
He does.
I just
He
like
does.
his. I think his vlogs are funny.
He's a smart guy, brilliant dude. He's driven, you know.
He's out here.
But he
I really
since
wish he had
since
beaten KSI. I was
since
so
the
mad.
Vine days, he's a completely different person.
Yes.
We're trying to get shorter episodes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's a work in progress.
Yeah,
Still
yeah.
a short-
Again, go check out FNX Fit. Good stuff there, guys. Very comfortable shirts. I wear them all the time because I like the way they look on me, and they're very comfy. Use the code THRONE, THRONE, to get 15% off site-wide. Also, go check out the Patreon at patreon.com/thethrone room. If we get to 50 patrons, we're going to start giving sponsor giveaways out for free. We're just going to pick one every month and give you free stuff. Go be a patron. Go be a Patreon. I do that every time.
That's like, you know, well, you got a purse, man. Man, this ain't no purse. It's the Patron. You know how it is.
I'm built different. I don't know what he
and then
said.
Spell what this man says.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, RG,
Man, this ain't no
RG.
purse. I'm the big deal. You know what it is.
I'm the big yeah.
His velvet
Go,
drag.
go, yeah, go. It makes it better that it's velvet. Go follow the Throne Room on Instagram and Twitter. I guess they're having a grand old time. Where can they find you?
JPink19 on Instagram.
Okay, Jake Pauler.
There's more to it. We just can't say it.
Can't say it now. He's mad though. That's all you need to know.
Maddie got called. He had a purse.
He's mad. Yeah. Where can they find you?
You can find me on Venmo. No, I'm kidding.
You can find me on OnlyFans at
You can find me on Instagram at jukebox__22.
Okay. You know where to find me. Again, go check out the Throne Room on Instagram and Twitter. Oh, wow. Also, where can I find
It's squishy.
You can find.
There's going to be
me
so many good, like,
Hotchkiss
zoom in
73.
moments from this. Hotchkiss 73.
Okay,
Oh, wow.